Ever feel like a car lease is just a smart way to drive a new ride? Well, looks can be deceiving. Let's talk about what's really happening under the hood. A shiny new car every few years, a fixed monthly payment, and no repair worries. It sounds like the perfect deal, doesn't it? But there's a hidden catch. Imagine paying $87,000 over 9 years and having zero equity to show for it. That is the reality for most long-term leasers. It's a wealth bullying trap. I'm Chris Harper, a finance analyst here in Austin. I spend my days crunching numbers so you don't have to get burned by bad financial decisions. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on those low monthly payments. Are leases packed with hidden costs? We're going to find out right now. If you want to master your money and avoid these traps, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. Let's grow your net worth together, one step at a time. The dealership focuses on that one number, $650 a month. They highlight the warranty and the prestige, making it feel like a steal. But look closer at the fine print. Acquisition fees, disposition fees, and documentation cost add thousands to the total. These details rarely make it into the glossy television ads. They'll throw terms like money factor at you to make it sound technical. But don't let the jargon confuse you. It's just interest in disguise. To find your real interest rate, multiply that money factor by 2,400. Suddenly, that great deal might look like a high-interest loan you never agreed to. Then there's the mileage cap. Go over your limit, and you'll be hit with massive per-mile penalties that turn a weekend road trip into a financial nightmare. I've seen people owe thousands at the end of a lease just for living their lives. Those overage fees are a standard part of the business model. And don't forget excessive wear and tear. A small door ding or a stained carpet could cost you hundreds when you hand the keys back. When you add up the fees, the interest, and the lack of ownership, the math just doesn't favor you. You're paying for the car's steepest depreciation. 3 years later, you've spent closer to $28,000 and have a net worth of zero. Is the new car smell really worth that much? Think twice before signing. Compare a lease to a 36-month loan. While loan payments are higher, the equity you build makes the net cost significantly lower. You're actually keeping your hard-earned money. In almost every scenario, buying wins. It's not even close when you look at the long-term math. There are exceptions, but we'll get to those in a bit. 3 cycles over 9 years means $87,000 gone. At the end, you own absolutely nothing, just a stack of receipts. Now look at ownership. You pay it off, then drive it for years payment-free. That's a $55,000 difference. That is real wealth staying in your pocket. $55,000. Think about that. That's a down payment on a house, a college fund, or a massive boost to your retirement. That's life-changing money. New cars lose value fastest in the first 3 years. When you lease, you are paying for the steepest part of that depreciation curve over and over again. The equity meter doesn't lie. On the lease path, you stay at zero. On the ownership path, your stake in the asset grows every single month. Think of it this way. You're paying for the value that disappears. But you don't get to keep the car that remains. You're funding the bank's asset. Let's summarize the 3 lease leaks: hidden fees, zero equity, and the depreciation trap. These 3 things are quietly draining your net worth every month. Leasing is engineered to look smart because it focuses on the monthly payment. It's marketing magic designed to make a bad deal feel like a bargain. Our brains love lower numbers. We see a smaller monthly payment and ignore the massive total cost. It's a psychological trick that dealerships use every day. Then there's the status factor. We all love that new car smell and the feeling of driving the latest model. But is that feeling worth $50,000? The scale is tipped. The convenience of a new car every few years is heavily outweighed by the long-term financial cost. It's a very expensive luxury. Remember the leaks, fees, no equity, and high depreciation. If you only look at the monthly payment, you're missing the most important part of the picture. Enough with the problems, let's talk solutions. I've put together 5 steps to help you take control of your car finances. Let's dive in. Step 1. Calculate the total cost. Take your monthly payment, multiply it by the term, then add your down payment and all those sneaky acquisition and disposition fees. Step 2. Demand the money factor. Multiply it by 2,400 to find your APPN. If they won't give you that number, it's time to walk away. Step 3. Know your miles. Track your driving for a month to get an honest annual average. Then negotiate a higher cap upfront to avoid those painful overage charges. Step 4. The sweet spot. Look for a 2 to 3-year-old certified pre-owned car. Let the first owner eat that massive initial depreciation while you get a win vehicle. Step 5. Run the long game. Compare the total cost over 5 years for leasing, buying new, and buying used. The math usually points to one clear winner. Here's your master checklist. Take a screenshot now. These 5 steps are your shield against bad deals and the key to keeping more of your hard-earned money. Let's look at 2 people over 9 years. Person A leases 3 cars back-to-back. Person B buys 1 car and drives it for the full 9 years. The result? Person B is $55,000 wealthier. Same commute, same driving experience, but one has a massive head start on retirement or a home down payment. Think about that $55,000 investment. At a 7% return, that's over $100,000 in a decade. Your car choice isn't just about transport, it's about freedom. Now, leasing isn't inherently evil. It's a financial tool. Like any tool, it works great for some jobs and terribly for others. It's all about your specific situation. If you're a business owner using it as a tax write-off, or if you absolutely must have the latest safety tech every 3 years, leasing might actually make sense. Just remember the big 4, watch the fees, build equity when possible, understand depreciation, and always do the math before you sign anything. If this helped you see car deals differently, hit that like button and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, have you ever felt trapped by a lease? Thanks for watching. I'm Chris Harper, helping you make smarter moves with your money. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.